What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another watch along. It is the first England build-up game for Euro 2020. I mean, it's 2021 here, but it's still Euro 2020. That's what they're calling it. And I'm here with my good friend Louis Beneventi. Welcome back to the channel.
Hello, mate. It's good to be here. I'm still in love with the setup. Still in awe at how much it's changed over the past year. I'm loving it. I'm so glad to be back, man.
It's good to have you back. Substitution, off goes Simeon and on comes Louis Beneventi.
I mean, sub, better option, isn't it? European champions out here, so obviously for the Euros you're going to want that, aren't you?
Oh, well, we'll have to wait and see about that one. But coming into this game, I know it's just a friendly and a build-up game, and he's playing Jesse Lingard, who's not going to the Euros, and players that are not going to Euros. But how do you feel about England's chances coming into this tournament?
I mean, I think that the squad selection was going to be such a big process with that. And I mean, to be honest, I'm not going in with any expectations. I think obviously a lot of people are looking at, the World Cup a few years ago as, we're a completely different team now. We might actually challenge. There are 7-8 teams which are potentially in the fold.
Do you think 7-8?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, France, Portugal, obviously the holders, Spain. They might not have the best squad, but they're still a very, very good side.
I rate us better than Spain actually at the moment.
I mean, I think in terms of what we have on paper, I completely agree, but games aren't won on paper, and unfortunately, I think the biggest problem that England have faced over the past 20 years, maybe even longer, is the fact that we've based the games we're going to win on paper, and when it comes to actually executing, we do something completely different. For example, tonight, look, we people say we don't have a left back option. We do. Ben Godfrey, he's actually played at Everton this year, but Gareth Southgate has chosen to take 4 right backs and play Trippier at left back. I mean, I genuinely worry that this man has a fetish, and I don't mean like it's a fetish like, oh, that's quite nice, I quite like doing it. I mean a fetish like Quentin Tarantino and feet. That's what I mean. It's ridiculous. So I think that we'll have to really see how this goes, to be honest. And look, I'm taking the Euros each game at a time, really.
I look at it a bit similar to that World Cup, because if we would have topped our group in that World Cup, we would have run into a lot of hard teams and probably wouldn't have gone out a lot earlier than we did. And when you look at the setup for this Euros, if we win our group, we're in for a very, very tough ride going through into the next round. I mean, we play one of France, Germany, or Portugal, I think it is, in the next round if we win our group, that is. So if we come second or third, I think it actually fits better for us, and we could get one of those runs like we did in the World Cup.
I mean, who's in our group again?
Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland.
It's actually a very tough group,
Czech Republic are actually a good side.
They're an up-and-coming team, aren't they? Like, they've obviously got some fantastic talent. I mean, they've got Kufau and Souček in that side, who've been fantastic for West Ham this year. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. But I think realistically, we're probably going to be looking at Croatia to top the group. So, I'd take second in that.
Look, there's some news that has broken with Tottenham today that you're going to have your opinion on, but let's just get to the lineups just before, because we're just about 3 minutes away from kickoff. So let's go and have a look at the lineups. So in goal, you got Jordan Pickford, right back Trent Alexander-Arnold, left back Kieran Trippier, centre back pairing of Connor Cody and Tyrone Mings, a midfield 3 of Rice, Bellingham and Jack Grealish, Lingard and Saka on the flanks with Harry Kane up top. I mean, why is he playing Kieran Trippier at left back?
Because he's got a fetish.
But I don't understand it.
He may as well just start an OnlyFans, which is full of right backs. I mean, I don't know. It's like the whole thing is just play Ben Godfrey. You're not even taking him. Just play him, and it's really not that difficult. But I mean, look, just because he wears a bloody nice waistcoat, he's not even wearing it. He thinks he's a European manager. He's there wearing a polo shirt with a grey grey suit jacket. Like, oh, look at me. No, you're from Croydon. Grow up. All right, stop it. It's ridiculous. I just think that squad's going to be interesting. I'm not sure if is Grealish in the middle. I thought it might be Lingard in the middle and Grealish out on the left.
Well, what it says here is that Grealish is playing in the middle with Lingard out on the wing. Okay. It could be very different when the teams actually line up, but that's what it says here.
What's the Austria team out of interest?
Well, there are a lot of names I'm not going to be able to pronounce here, so this should be fun.
Oh, this would be great.
In goal, you got Bachmann.
Okay.
We got a back 3 of Friedel, Hinteregger and Dragovic.
Dragovic is supposed to be a good player.
You've got David Alaba on the left flank with Schalliger, Lamar, Borgmartner.
Sorry, wait.
Lena.
Shagala. What a name.
Schlager. And you got
Schlager.
And you got Kalazic and Marcel Sabitzer up front.
Okay, it's a fairly good side.
I mean, you got the notable ones are Alaba and Sabitzer.
Yeah, I think Alaba plays like a number 10 half the time for them. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But I mean, look, I think on paper this should be England's for the taking, really, shouldn't it?
All right, well, kick-off is about to get underway, so let's get... I think the tracker will be with you guys today as well. If you want your comments to be read out, do send them in a super chat. The players are taking the knee right now. Kickoff is about to get underway. Let's do this, England. Let's have a positive start to the build-ups, at least. Austria have the ball in the centre spot and kicked off. We have kicked off. England have got their Euro 2020 campaign underway, albeit the friendly games and the build-up games, and we've already given away a free kick. Jesse Lingard, he's not going anyway.
What's he wearing? Stop it! Stop it!
He's trying to look a bit cool there.
Gareth Southgate.
He's trying to look like a godfather with the open.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But here come Austria. I'm not going to pretend to pronounce any of these players, so I'm just going to call them by their numbers. But in terms of the England lineup, I mean, the centre-back pairing is a recipe for disaster, in my opinion, going into a tournament. Connor Cody and Tyrone Mings.
I don't understand how Fikayo Tomori has not got into that squad. He's kept the AC Milan captain out of the 11 for several months. And
Chelsea don't want him back, right?
Well, it's not the fact we don't want him back. We were just stupid enough to write into the contract an obligation to buy for 28 million, basically. Yeah. 28 million is a steal. That's 28 million euros. It's not
Do you want him
pounds.
back?
Oh, he walks into our team.
Really? Because I think Rudiger's had a brilliant season since Tuchel's come. Christensen also, I think he's been really good. Who else have you got there? Thiago Silva, obviously.
He probably plays the right-hand side centre-back in the back three. I know Aspilicueta's been playing there, but obviously he's still got, a bit of energy and he's maybe getting on a bit. I know Reece James maybe filled in there, but, we're looking at him as a right wing back. Fikayo Tomori is, I think he was recorded like the fastest sprint times at the club.
Wow.
He beat Ronaldo's leap height for the for the record, yeah. And he's, as I said already, he's been at AC Milan under Paolo Maldini, Franco Baresi. He's got some fantastic coaches there to, take him through a process, and he's kept the club captain out of the side at first through injury, but then afterwards purely through just being a fantastic player.
Is it a given he's going to sign there?
Yeah, it's pretty much done. Apparently, it's literally pen to paper now. They're getting Olivier Giroud as well. So
really.
Yeah, be fairly interested. I mean,
Giroud, what a career! He's won it all now. He's literally won it all.
He's been it so good because he does the stuff which people don't appreciate. He doesn't score the worldies. He doesn't score 30, 40 goals a season, but he brings other players in, which allows them to develop.
Well, Jack Grealish just kind of dribbled it into an Austria player there, but it has gone to a free kick to England.
His calves are about as big as a TV.
He can't fit his socks over his calves.
Yeah, at first, I think everyone just thought it's because he'd like to wear little shin pads, but he actually just can't fit them. So already we've run into a problem there. If you look at how Kieran Trippier was holding up the ball, he had to come on his right foot.
But let's be honest, this is going to be nowhere near the team of what we're going to play in the Euros.
Well, you say that, but Kieran Trippier's played left back several times.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I thought when they were talking about not taking Trent, that would have been so criminal.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
I think out of the right backs that he could have taken, I think that there are far better options. I think he prefers Reece James. I'm not saying this out of bias. I'm saying this because Reece James, I think, if you look at Wan-Bissaka, Trent and Reece, he's like the best of both worlds. Obviously, you've got Wan-Bissaka's the best defensive right back. Trent's the best creative right back. But in terms of just overall game, I think Reece James fits right in the middle. I think that, you look, obviously, Trippier, you speak to Atletico Madrid fans, he's the reason that their title charge was maintained when it went wrong.
He got right back of the year in La Liga.
Exactly. So, and then we got, who else were the options? We had
but
4.
Also, there's a stat there that nobody's been dribbled past, no defender's been dribbled past more in La Liga than Kieran Trippier.
That's true, but no defender's been less defensively useful than Alexander-Arnold this year for Liverpool. It's been woeful.
That's true. But, England get a lot of goals from set pieces.
We do.
And crosses from the outside spaces. And what better ball than Trent Alexander-Arnold? He's got the best delivery.
That's true. But
and here we go.
Speaking of, here he comes. Watch him.
Oh, and that was that. Who was that?
That was Trent.
Oh, Trent balloons over the bar there. But it was a nice little break there.
But yeah, look, I think he's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong. But I think there were just 3 better options available for the Euros. Like I said, if he's playing a wing-back system, fine. He doesn't have to worry about defending. But, it all hinges on if that's a system we're going to play.
Yeah.
If we're playing 4, which is what we've been doing in the warm-up games, you take Walker, you take Reece, and you take Trippier for me. and then you take another left back, so we don't have the problem we've got now.
I get what you're saying about Trent and his defensive capabilities, but when you're kind of pushing on and trying to win a game in the last half an hour, last 20 minutes or so, and you can bring him on for his set pieces, for his attacking play, surely he's a given to take.
Yeah.
What's a corner in here?
Oh! Good head. Was that Bellingham?
Bellingham.
He's
Bellingham's a baller, isn't he?
Unbelievable player. Unbelievable.
What an 8. He's like, what, 17?
18.
18 now. Like,
I don't know if I would have taken him, though. I feel like
I think it's different to when we took like Theo Walcott to that World Cup and stuff like that. It is different because, what a season he's had for Borussia Dortmund, playing week in, week out. Theo Walcott hardly kicked the ball before he went to that World Cup.
That's true. I think he has been good for Dortmund as well.
And you can see that the big games don't overrule him as well, because in the Champions League he was brilliant as well, especially in that game against Man City. And here comes Austria.
Oh my Christ!
Tyrone Mings gets it out.
See, I think Tyrone Mings is, he's obviously a Gareth Southgate favourite. He was always going to get in the squad. But
for me, Ben Godfrey should have got in ahead of Cody or Mings.
I think Mings is just that one. I think sometimes the problem we've got with England is we're sitting here trying to pick our best 11, when in reality, I think Gareth Southgate already also looks at players that suit the squad and what he wants to build. Tyrone Mings has been a significant part of that squad for the best part of a year now, which is probably why he's been included. But it's probably the same with Connor Cody. But for me, it's that's just shocking.
See, Connor Cody always has a mistake in him, in my opinion. He's a good, strong defender, but I put him on the same level as Eric Dyer, literally.
I don't know. I think he's got better leadership qualities, and for the passion merchants, including myself, he's a bit more passionate, and I think he's just someone better for that. But the fact he captained England's completely just a joke. But I mean, look, for me, I think when Ben White got included in the squad, it's the fact that, again, it's Fikayo Tomori. It's just actually criminal he's not playing for England.
How old is Tomori?
Tomori's 21, 22.
Big future area, doesn't he?
He's probably going to end up playing for Nigeria, though.
Do you have any sort of buyback clause or anything like that on him? Nothing.
We've absolutely shafted ourselves. We fucked it.
Who made that deal? Who was it?
I think it was Marina that made the deal.
Mourinho?
Marina.
Marina.
But I think the weird thing about it was we let him go before Tuchel came in. So it's kind of one of those where he could have even had a look under Tuchel, and I think it had started for us, to be honest. Him and Zuma made a formidable pairing at the beginning of next season, and he just fell off the face of the planet. I don't understand what happened.
Well, look, we got to talk about Antonio Conte.
Yeah, go for it.
Because he's obviously been heavily linked with the Tottenham job now. It looks as though it is going to happen. But what's your opinion on first of all, Conte, and can he do a good job at Tottenham?
It's a recipe for disaster.
In terms of him and Levy?
Yeah. He wants to be getting top draw players and spend a lot of money to make sure that he gets that.
You say that, but he didn't spend that much. I mean, Austria just took a shot from just outside the area, going a bit over. Yeah, Lukaku, yes, but Lukaku and Hakimi, I think he spent big money on. But apart from that, that's it.
He brought in Nico Barella, which was about, I think, 30-40 million.
Yeah,
Milan spent.
Barella was about 25, I think it was.
I mean, Milan have spent Inter, sorry, have spent a few, maybe a few hundred million, maybe 200 million.
And I was looking at his signings for you lot. And his big signings were all terrible.
They were all his second and third choices.
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem.
Who did you have? You had Bakayoko.
Wasn't his first choice.
Who was a striker? Morata.
He wanted Lukaku.
So you know what I mean? He made a lot of signings for you lot, but he won the league, didn't he?
He did, but he didn't retain it. But I think he
won the FA Cup though.
He won the FA Cup. Look, Antonio Conte changed the face of English football by bringing in a three at the back system. No one did it before him. Loads of people do it after.
Yeah.
So he's fantastic. I thought he was great for Chelsea. He was a great fit. I think he again, a very passionate manager. He was tactically pretty strong. Second season, it just didn't work out. But it didn't work out because he didn't get the signings he wanted, and he threw his toys out the pram.
I mean, that seems to be a common theme with him, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's Daniel Levy. What's he expecting? He's signing a manager. He's not going to get someone who's going to be working on a shoestring budget. He's going to want one or two key signings.
Surely Conte's going into this with his eyes open. You know what I mean? Surely he has to get assurances from Levy to take the job.
Yeah, I mean, assurances don't mean anything anymore, do they?
I guess. I guess because I'm guessing I said the same when Jose Mourinho came in.
Yeah, but this is it. I mean, Mourinho. I don't know of the signings you made when he arrived. I don't know if they were any of his first choices.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not. Who knows? Who knoes?
I, mean,
I don't know.
There was some.
Because he brought in Højbjerg, Reguilon. I think Reguilon must have been his first choice because he was a top left back.
Yeah.
Bringing him in.
I mean, Højbjerg was also a fantastic signing. He brought in some good players. I think. Look, I think the problem you're getting with Conte is you're getting a far more. Well, surely that's fine. You're getting a far more volatile Mourinho.
Oh, 1 second. Here come England. Kieran Trippier, who's at the Bukayo Saka, bearing down in the Austria box, crosses in. Oh, corner ball. As you were saying,
you're getting a more volatile Jose Mourinho, and I don't think that is something that Daniel Levy will want. He strikes me as a man who wants to kind of keep it relatively simple. And obviously, you guys also, you weren't happy with the style of football you were playing as well. You're getting another defensive coach in.
I think that we don't mind the style if it's winning. If it's winning football, if we're winning games, we don't mind that style. But it got to a stage where we were playing shit football and getting shit results.
Yeah, that's true. I think.
But when we were top of the league, no one cared. Did
no,
they?
It's true. Look, I think. If you're getting Antonio Conte, who's going to want key signings, you are losing Harry Kane.
The thing is, I think Conte actually wants the assurance that Kane's going to stay.
Well, I don't. He won't get the signings he wants otherwise.
Here comes the corner from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh. It's a goal. Yes, it's a goal. No goal.
Oh.
It's been ruled out. I think Jesse Lingard put it in the back of the net. We're going to see why it's ruled out for in a second. But look, I get what you're saying. But I think any manager to come into Tottenham now to succeed needs that. Any manager, not just Conte.
100%. But I just think you guys are in a bit of a state currently. Who was that?
What actually happened there?
I think was it Bellingham got in the way maybe.
But Bellingham's not offside.
I think he was.
What was that for? Are we offline? I know.
I've lost the internet. Hang on, we're back in.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, out of all the managers around, all the managers that have been linked with us, I wanted Pochettino as number one, obviously.
Yeah, I see. I don't know if that would have even been a good move.
So what is a good move then?
That's the problem. I don't know. You got rid of Mourinho.
Yeah. 6 days before a cup final.
Yeah, which was stupid, and it was all big. It was financially driven, was it not?
Yeah.
But that therein lies your problem. If you're thinking Antonio Conte is going to want some key signings, right?
Correct.
You've literally sacked your last manager before a cup final to save money.
Yeah.
You're in debt for like 1 billion or something stupid for the stadium as well.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. I mean the whole shit show since basically mid Pochettino, it's been a complete shit show at Tottenham. Complete shit show.
And therein lies your problem. Therein lies your problem. I think that the position you're in regards to signing players and such, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. And I think
does Conte have a pull?
I believe Antonio Conte has a pull. He has a pull. He's brought obviously the league back to Inter for the first time in nearly a decade.
Is that due to him and his management skills, or is that down to Juventus and Pirlo dropping like they did?
Bit of both. I think that there's definitely room to believe it was down to his management skills as well. He's a manager, which obviously has a tremendous amount of pull in terms of his tactical prowess. I think his man management, the vast majority of the time, has been great. I think the problem he had with his man management previously was that. He was told he'd get Romelu Lukaku, binned off Diego Costa via text, which probably wasn't the best thing to do, and it blew up in his face. But I think the rest of the time he's been a coach which has really, handled it well. I think he has a pull, but I also think that he doesn't have as much a pull as other managers within the league.
You think, as it stands, do you think Jose Mourinho has more of a pull than Conte?
Yeah. Just the name on its own. The name on its own brings so much more.
Does his past jobs not come into it? Because he's failed at Tottenham now. He didn't have I know he won a few coach trophies at Man United, but it wasn't considered a success. And now he's at Roma. So does he still have that pull? Do you think?
Yeah, look, I think it's Mourinho. I think that's how people look at it. I think despite maybe the fact that it did blow up in his face at Spurs, and wouldn't say it. I think saying that it wasn't a success at Man United was harsh. I think Manchester United had this mentality still that they were one of the top clubs. In reality, they'd fallen off quite significantly.
Yeah.
So I think, look, for him at Manchester United, considering him finishing second, he said that's one of his greatest triumphs. And obviously he did a treble. He won a lot of
with
trophies.
the Community Shield in there.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you'd kill to have one of those. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't kill, but I'd hurt someone quite bad.
But look, I think it's just it's Jose Mourinho. That the man who changed the face of Chelsea Football Club, who changed the face of Italian football by making it interesting again, who went to Real Madrid, got a points record. This is a guy who he may be slightly outdated, but he does need, maybe this Roma job is him taking a step back to reload again, similar to maybe what has happened with Carlo Ancelotti. Maybe he took that job at Everton as a long-term project, and in reality, he's kind of just finding his feet again.
You've seen Ancelotti wants to take Bale back.
I saw that. I thought of you when I saw that. The knife in the gut. Oh no!
Twist it as well.
Oh dear.
We've got a couple of comments here. One from Chris. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that surname, but it's from Chris. And he says, "Who is that guy again? Never seen him before. He looks cool." You look cool, Louis.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
And then Aidan France says, "Who is that, Ben? Nice to meet you, whoever you are."
Oh, that's nice people in the comment section. No one said they hope I die. It's brilliant.
Got Kieran Trippier and Saka over a free kick here.
Trippier ban this free kick, and then somebody goes, "See, that's why we play him."
Did you not see the semi-final against Croatia?
He lives off of that, mate. He lives off of it. Declan Rice, go on, Matty Busquets, get on your big fat head.
Saka pulls it in.
That was an awful free kick.
Straight out, but Jude Bellingham.
Oh Christ! On a bike and call me Margaret. What happened there? Is it? Is it pass back?
No, I don't think that was a pass back. Yeah. Oh, okay. What have we got here? Sushant says, "Wow, Sim really bulked up."
That's good. Nice.
Yeah, so if you guys want your comments to be read out, give us your opinions on England, give us your opinions on how you think England can do in the Euros, send it in a super chat, send it in a tweet, and we will react to them. We've got 17 minutes gone here. It's England 0, Austria 0 at the Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough. I still don't understand why they use these stadiums with the host of stadiums that they have.
It's just an excuse to sort of have England spread out more and get more people at different games, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if it should be at Wembley, but
why not?
I don't know. I think it's. Do you know what? I don't even know. I'm talking shite.
It's a national stadium.
Absolute shite. Not for the first time, but we move on.
Oliver Narborough says England will get to the semi-finals, I think, Sim. Well, Sim's not here. My name's Ben.
I mean, they've both got big noses. I can understand why you got it confused.
They don't call us the Toucans for nothing. We've got Trent here, all the way back to the keeper. That's where I think we lacking big time, is our keepers.
Oh, hugely. I think Aaron Ramsdale, to even get into the 33, must have had Gareth Southgate's sex tape on his phone. I don't understand how he even got there. But yeah, I think England, we haven't been blessed with keepers for a long time, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Seaman was the last good one. I don't think David James was that good.
I mean, Joe Hart was good for a time.
Yeah, it was all right.
For a time. Paul Robinson was good for a time until that night in Croatia.
About 2 weeks, yeah.
And who else was there?
You had Seaman,
Obviously,
James,
David Seaman.
Rob Green, what a keeper.
And then as well, I think defence and goalkeeper, I think we're really struggling.
Yeah,
but I think going forward, we're looking good.
Yeah, I think the big position, I think I'm really shocked that England don't have a presence in anymore is centre-back. England have always been blessed with amazing centre-backs.
Yeah.
This is decades. I'd even go as far back as 66. I don't think we've had a bad centre-back or like a not world-class centre-back in the 11.
It's criminal that we couldn't do anything with John Terry and Rio Ferdinand and all those guys at the back.
Yeah, I think it was a big I think that just didn't work. There was obviously the clicks and stuff, which we've already spoken about.
Oh, and here we go.
Now,
It's a
play
free
on!
kick.
Why he pulled it back?
Why did he pull it back?
Oh, Christ.
You know who I was really impressed with the ref in the Champions League final.
He was brilliant.
He was so
I
good,
love the
wasn't
shitology from him as well. Because when he pulled up Rudiger and booked him at the same time, I was like, I like that. I think there's just not been a good... English referees are just poor.
That's the best refereeing performance I've seen in a very long time, I think.
100%. 100%.
All right, 19.5 minutes gone. We've got another free kick. Saka and Trippier over it again.
Have you seen the comments?
Oh, he's trying to take it quick, and Harry Kane! Oh, just about headed out, but England still have it, trying to keep possession here. Kieran Trippier. He whips the ball in, trying to find... Tyrone Mings.
Go on. Okay. Oh, hello. Bang
Go on,
it!
Saka! Oh. Saka screwed his lines there. Do you think Saka would have still gone if Greenwood was fit?
No. Saka's played everywhere, though. I think Saka's almost like a Milner. He's that.
That's the thing. He's very versatile, isn't he? Right back, right wing, left wing.
Plays a 10 as well.
Yeah, can play the 10 as well.
It's pretty poor from him.
Let's see if there's any updates.
What's they going to say? Have you checked that? I've seen a couple of comments, but obviously I want to see if it's right.
Do you know anything about Fabio Paratici?
Who?
Oh, you never heard of him?
Wasn't he the bloke that was at Juve with Conte?
Exactly.
Okay,
He's been Juve's director of football for the last 11 years.
That's gone down well.
He's just left, and apparently they're looking to bring him in with Conte.
A director of football, eh?
Yeah. And I think us getting a director of football kind of shows the intent.
It shows the intent, but it's going to be... I think I'd be interested to see what the delivery's like.
Here comes Saka. Out to Harry Kane on the right wing.
Nice.
Plays it in to
reverse pass.
Is that Declan Rice?
Yeah.
To Jack Grealish. Grealish out to Trippier. Trippier back
this is
to
the
Lingard.
Problem. This is the problem. We've had to
Lingard
go...
out to Trent, and that's a bad control, and Austria get the ball to take it away.
Because we're playing someone who doesn't have a left foot at left back, he's had to come inside the entire time. A left back then would have gone to the byline and whipped it
Where's Luke Shaw?
Him and Ben Chilwell aren't available because they played European finals.
Ah, of course.
You play Ben Godfrey there. He's got a left foot. He can do it.
I mean, Luke Shaw didn't even play that Europa League final. He may as well play.
No, he started.
I know he started, but he was awful. The whole of the Man U side were awful that day, in my opinion.
I fell asleep in the penalty.
That was it, exactly. Go on, Harry Kane. Plays it out to Declan Rice, back to Harry Kane.
I'm just not seeing any creativity unless it's Kane.
But look, they're blocking the middle so much. There's no space in there at all. You got to get it out wide and get balls into the box.
That's a nice ball. Drive.
Trent's going to look to get the ball in. Play it to Harry, man.
For fuck's sake. Kane should have been in the box there. That's why Trent pulled it back.
So the latest update from Fabrizio Romano is Antonio Conte representatives are currently discussing details with the Tottenham board in order to reach an agreement. And Tottenham tried to appoint Fabio Paratici as director of football 5 years ago. A new Tottenham Hotspur proposal is on the table again. He's going to decide very soon. So it very well could be Paratici and Conte.
Looks done. Be interested to see how that pans out.
Yeah,
that's what interests me in the whole situation now.
All right, corner to England. It's whipped in, and Austria win it, and now it's in the keeper's hands. Any good comments coming in? I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun under Conte though. It'll be fun with his antics on the sidelines.
Be really us Chelsea Spurs is going to be a very, very tasty game now. Usually is, but
would you have any sort of reservations about him? Anything against him for joining Spurs?
Don't care.
No.
I mean, it'll be a bit weird. It's a bit like when you got Mourinho.
Because I remember speaking to you when you got Mourinho, and you were like, "Oh, it's going to be so weird. I don't know if I like it."
It will be weird, but I'm kind of there like you know, managers move on, players move on. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid against Chelsea, which he most likely will if you win, that's when I'd get a bit, you know, vexed. But I think outside of that, I don't really care. I'm well, you know me. I'm not particularly tribal. I'm just kind of like, if it's the big games, you know, I will give it.
Yeah.
You know, if it's Arsenal fans trying to give it, I will give it back. If you try and give it, I will give it back. But 9 times out of 10, I like to look at football for face value.
I think you wait for other people to give it first in terms of you giving it.
Yeah, because they're in for a world of pain. They know that's the favourite thing. It's usually the wince that happens when someone says something before I speak. Everyone else is like, ooh, that's not a good idea.
Finlay Evans says, what is Conte's style of football? I mean, would you compare it to Jose Mourinho's style? Yeah. Is it similar?
I'd say they're both very pragmatic, but I think from what I saw and what I felt at Chelsea, I think that Conte's pragmatism and his counter-attacking style, I think, are far better versed for modern football than Mourinho's were.
Mm-hmm.
I think Doherty is going to be fantastic for you
next
season. You watch. As a right wing back, he'll be very, very good for you.
I hope so.
I think he's really on. He wasn't on loan, was he? It was a permanent move.
Yeah.
Options buy. So I think your wing back options look good. I think your back three will be interesting. It'll be Alderweireld.
Yeah, we need at least 2 new centre backs if we're going to play 3 at the back.
Yeah, okay, so you got that. I think the double pivot is what interests me. I don't think there's any room for Tango and Ndombele in this team.
Well, it's funny you say that because Conte tried very hard to get him off us last summer.
Maybe he'll play a 3-5-2 then, rather than a 3-4-3.
Do you think if we sell Kane, he's going to try to bring Lukaku over with him?
Lukaku won't go to Tottenham. He's got Champions League football and he's living in Milan. Do you really? I don't think he'll move to
Yeah, but he's obviously worked very well with Conte this year.
He has, but I don't know. I think that the problem that we've got. I think all teams in the Premier League, especially the top 6, I think it's just so interchangeable at the minute. So I think maybe the whole debate of Conference League is completely redundant because Tottenham realistically are a side which could push for top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they do it's a completely different kettle of fish. I think realistically you are probably going to sell Harry Kane to fund some players. He wants to leave. I think it just makes sense for all parties involved potentially. Yeah. Obviously less sense for you guys because you'll lose the second best striker in the world in my eyes, behind Lewandowski.
Yeah.
But I think, look, that's a free kick. That's a booking. That's a booking. That's a booking.
He's going to book him, isn't he? That's what Grealish can do, though. He can grab the game by the scruff of the neck, take on a few men. He's very creative. I mean, he's a very good player, Grealish.
David Beckham, Frank Lampard.
See you, Frank. Well, yeah, it's going to be Kieran Trippier, isn't it? Or Trent. Do we have any left footers in this team? Do we have any? It's Jack Grealish.
Fucking head in.
No, he's right footed. Mings, yeah. All right, looks like Trent wants this. What would you say that about? 30 yards out?
Yeah.
30 yards out,
maybe
a bit
25.
to the left-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold is lining this up. 27 minutes on the clock. It's hit the top of the wall.
He just didn't look
And
confident,
hit
did he?
Harry Kane. Oh! What happened there?
This keeper is bloody useless. Why have we not just hit it?
Oh, I thought he was going to take a shot there, Tyrone Mings.
Tyrone Mings.
But yeah, I mean, I hate watching England friendlies, man. I hate watching the Nations League. I mean, the only time I enjoy watching England players is like tournaments.
Yeah. In the sun, getting pissed.
That's it. That's basically what I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's not even watching England. It's just being in the sun and getting pissed.
I remember I was back home in Kent watching it in the last tournament. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think it was at the end of my second year at uni. Christ, that was so long ago.
Life peaked at that World Cup because it was like our Champions League run, then the World Cup.
I mean, your life peaked.
No, sorry, it was World Cup, then... here we go.
Finish that.
Harry
Finish
Kane
that.
buried
Finish
down
that.
on goal!
You blow!
Harry Kane hits it straight at the keeper, and the keeper looks injured now. He's really signalling to the bench. He's stamping on the floor, this keeper. He looks injured. Oh, what's that he got on his shin pads? Is it? This is the Watford goalkeeper in goal for Austria. Feel about outnumbered today. We've got a Watford fan, an Arsenal fan, and a Chelsea fan, and a Spurs fan. It's like the start of a joke.
I mean, currently Chelsea fans are not considered a joke in world football.
It's all right. Alex Salem really wants me to read out this comment, so I'm going to read it out for him. And he says, "My friend saw Poch in London today." Cool. Poch lives in London. That's why.
Does he live here?
Yeah, his wife and his son still lives here.
Oh, fair.
His son plays for Watford, actually.
Oh shit! Fair play.
Yes, Watford signed him off us, and his name is Maurizio Pochettino. I would have loved Poch back, man.
I think the element of romance involved in it might.
It's just too much romance, isn't it?
The way it ended, it just doesn't make any sense. Like when Mourinho left Chelsea the first time, there was a bit of leeway, and there was, as well as that, a massively extended period where he didn't come back.
How long was he away for, Mourinho?
September 07, I think he left. No.
Came back 2013.
When did the new Wembley open? It was the 2007 FA Cup finals at Wembley, wasn't it? Yeah. So yes. So he left in September 2007, and he came back in 2014. Or 2013 season, 13-14, wasn't it? So it's nearly 7 years. I think Poch. I thought I was him. I was going, why should I come back? And also, realistically, I know what you're saying because I was watching the Good Morning Spurs show you had out yesterday, where you were saying, he brought the best football you've seen, the best style, the most exciting times being a Tottenham fan for a very long time. Yeah. Took you guys to great heights. Yeah. But the bottom line is, with that amazing squad, we didn't do anything. It's very. I was saying it to you the whole time. Do you remember? It's like people use an example of the Netherlands team in 1974. What a team it was! Played great football. Do you want to be known as a team that played great football and won things, or just
I get that.
One,
I get that, but at the end of the day, he had no right to be in that Champions League final. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. All of this I completely understand, but I'm talking about you finishing third in a 2-horse race, and that's not even trying to make a dig. That's what you did. When you were behind.
You say we finished third in a 2-horse race, but that wasn't actually the case because first of all, we were never top of the league the whole season, and Arsenal were the actual ones that actually really bottled it because they were top of the league in December.
No, 100%.
So it wasn't a 2-horse race then, was it? Because Leicester won the league.
You guys were the ones which I think when people talk about Arsenal being top of the league, yeah, they were, but you guys were consistently there for an extended period. It wasn't just 6 months and disappeared. It was the whole season. You guys were there, and even like FA Cups. You got to how many semi-finals of Poch?
FA Cup, I think 2.
In how many years?
5 years or 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
This is what I mean. I think the problem at Tottenham, and you've brought in one of the most hard-nosed winners in modern football in Jose Mourinho, and he still couldn't get out of that team.
Well, he did get sacked 6 days before a cup final.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't do ourselves any favours, do we?
No, you didn't. But I think, do you know what? I'm not sure if Antonio Conte is the right fit. I was saying to you, I thought Mauricio Sarri would be a great fit for you guys. I think with Tottenham, you guys are one of the that's what we spoke about for the past 2-3 minutes. You guys are a nearly club.
We have been, yeah.
So realistically, you look at what Sarri did at Napoli. Okay, he was given the tools and the power with a small budget as well to develop the team and build a philosophy, have a nice brand of football, which actually got them somewhere. Now at Chelsea and Juventus, it didn't work because these were clubs which were founded on winning. And yes, he won trophies with us, but he fell out with everybody because they were founded on winning, and he was more about being beautiful and doing all this stuff alongside it as well as the winning. But they just wanted the winning.
Wait a second.
It was a politics.
Founded on winning, Chelsea. You mean 2003?
If we're going to talk about it like that, then yeah, fine. Chelsea, 17 trophies in 17 years. You can be as tribal as you want. Well, when you've won 2
Chelsea
Champions
Football
Leagues.
Club, founded in 2003.
How many Champions Leagues have you won?
Here we go.
How many European Cups have you won? We can do that. You've won one of those, haven't you? Because we've won several of them.
We never won a European Cup. We won a UEFA Cup.
Yeah, which is the Europa League now.
Europa League now, yeah.
Yeah, we won 2 of those. Just saying.
You bought 2 of them, yeah.
Okay. whatever. Whatever.
Nah, this isn't about Spurs and Tottenham digging Spurs and Chelsea digging
You
each other
started
out.
it.
I know, but I just couldn't resist with the comment you made.
Can I just say, this is exactly what I mean of I let people make the comments first and they dig their own hole.
I couldn't resist. You laid it up for me on a plate.
I did, and then you're closing off the comment now because you know I'm right.
You laid it up for me, man.
Yeah, I did. You're going to change the subject now like a girl in an argument?
Well, someone just said here, Chelsea... I'll just say, someone said here, Chelsea went 26 years without winning a trophy.
Yeah, we did.
So, there you go.
That's great. How many years have you gone without winning a trophy?
How many years has it been since 2008?
13.
Well, there you go.
So you're halfway there.
Yeah, halfway. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what I'm saying about Pochettino is that he brought Days back to Tottenham. Yes, we didn't win anything, but I think that if Daniel Levy would have given him the rebuild, which he thoroughly deserved,
100%.
If Daniel Levy would have kept adding to the squad like he kept asking for, then we could have got over the line and won something.
100%. But then therein lies the other problem now,
which is the main problem.
Yeah. So this is it's going to go around in circles until that's fixed.
But surely Levy bringing in, I'm firmly ENIC out. I want them gone. Or I want them to change their ways or reform their ways very quickly.
Which they won't, because they don't have money.
But ultimately, them bringing in a director of football and a manager like Antonio Conte, surely that will force them, because Antonio Conte will walk after 3 months if he doesn't get what he wants.
And I reckon he will. That's the problem you guys have got. Oh, wow. That was...
Oh!
Shocking.
We're getting some lovely comments in the chat now.
Oh no, I've seen that. Hi guys. Suck your mum.
We've got 359 people watching, only 105 likes, so the numbers don't quite add up, guys. So let's scroll down, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Really does help us with the YouTube algorithms and helps us be seen a lot more. So if you could. Let's get back to the England game, though. 36 minutes on the clock, and it hasn't been the greatest game, has it?
I mean, it's England in an international friendly. I don't know what we were expecting.
Yeah, true.
I'm just really hungry now. I've just been thinking about what I want to have for my dinner for the past 10 minutes.
So what are you thinking then?
Well, I haven't been here for a little while. What was it? Larsa's not going to be open.
Larsa's shut, yeah. Larsa literally only just reopened like last week.
Oh, I can't wait to come back.
Yeah, it's brilliant. They're on form.
Oh, brilliant. I don't know. I might get a Subway. I've not had a Subway for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know what time they shut, but... All right. Austria got it with possession inside their own half. Sprayed it out to the right flank. Trying to find the winger, but Tyrone Mings hits it out for a throw-on. David Alaba with the throw-on here. I think everyone's kind of missing Simeon's commentary here in the chat. No one can commentate like Sim. I mean, he needs to get one of those John Motson furry coats.
I'll buy him one. Camera.
He will wear it if you get it for him.
I will buy it for he has to wear it all of next season, every single game, without fail. Would you rather be a ninja hamster or a samurai salmon?
Is this rehashed from the Red Men?
It was.
So what's the options? What's the options?
So a ninja hamster or a samurai salmon?
Ninja hamster. Ninja hamster for sure.
Yeah, but you get all the armour with the salmon and you get a sword.
Yeah, but I hate fish.
Who'd you back? A hamster who... Who'd you back in a fight? A hamster that can jump up and down really fast or a fucking sword?
Yeah, but the salmon can't even hold the sword.
Well, there'll be some extensive special way the fish can hold the sword. I haven't thought that far ahead, but you know...
The sword will keep slipping out the fish. It's too slippery.
That's what she said.
Adam Richard says, not the same without Sim. Anon says, where's Marko Arnautovic? I mean, where is Marko Arnautovic?
I think he's in China.
No, but his country are playing.
Oh, I think he's retired.
But we're bearing down on half-time, 38 minutes on the clock, nearly hitting 39. I mean, just nothing is really happening in this game.
I'm so confused. Hold on, what?
Yidvid says, Louis is a top lad.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks. Really helps my self-esteem. Sabitzer is playing Anon.
Yeah, Sabitzer is actually playing up front, I believe.
Do you know what you should get? You should get a soundboard of just Alan Partridge commentary when Simmons in there.
That'd be brilliant.
You go, look, swats! Here goes.
Oh, Jude Bellingham's down.
Oh, God,
Oh, but he's back up. He's back up. He's all right.
Listen, mates, I'm from Birmingham. Just give me the ball, all right? I'll be absolutely okay. You know, they retired my number when I was 12.
If you want us to react to any of your comments, there's going to be a halftime show with Louis and Jake. If you want them to react to anything at halftime, do tag us on Twitter and they will be reacting to your comments.
I also want to hear what people think about the samurai salmon and the ninja hamster.
Exactly. Tell us as well, what would you rather be? A samurai, what was it?
A samurai salmon or a ninja hamster?
Let us know what you would rather be. And give us your reasons as well.
I want point, example, explain. 4 marks.
I want a PowerPoint presentation.
Could even do it with like lift music.
Yeah, someone says, SJ says, pity England are wearing Spurs colours and playing like them.
I was really hoping that he was going to say something about the hamster and the salmon.
Oh, God.
Finlay Evans says hamster.
Yeah.
It's actually happening. I've got more of these.
That's two for Ninja Hamster.
Yeah, there's another one. David Aldous says ninja hamster because salmon only works in water.
Okay, have you not seen the other guys? We'll develop some breathing apparatus and chase down you and your family. Sure, maybe an hour or so at a time, but we'll get there.
Everyone's going for hamster, mate. Everyone's going for hamster.
Do you know what? I don't.
No one wants to be the salmon, mate.
I don't mind being a black fish. Black fish? A black sheep.
All right, corner here for Austria. I think it's David Alaba. Oh, great punch there by Jordan Pickford.
Oh, what a head away. Jordan Pickford, he's got little arms.
He's like Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Look, how's he got his head up to there? His hands, his arms are actually really, they're just not proportionate. Look, they're tiny. You can barely see them.
How does Jordan Pickford still get the number 1 shirt for England? It
Because everyone else
blows
is shit.
my mind.
Or
But
they
surely
don't-
Dean Henderson is better.
Dean Henderson's not that great. I think if Nick Pope had better
You don't
distribution,
have to be
he'd
that
do
great to be better than Jordan Pickford.
He's good with his feet. I think that's the only reason that it's like that. You know, modern keepers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think Nick Pope, if he was fit, he'll be playing.
Yeah.
Or he'll be number 1 at least. Surely.
No, because he plays for Burnley. That's a problem.
You can't judge it like that, though.
I mean, if we'll go back to Tamura then. Why is he not in the England squad? He's
Why?
not playing the Premier because he doesn't play in a snazzy league.
Yeah, but what about Jude Bellingham?
He plays in Germany.
Still,
Yeah, but in Germany's, I think, a higher standard than
Serie A.
Italy in some people's minds.
Um,
Someone said they want to be Ninja Salmon.
Wow,
Yes.
a few people.
Exactly. We will fight with our fishy fingers. And oh, that sounded wrong. Let's not talking.
We will fight in the seas. We will fight in the rivers. We will fight in the lakes.
We will fight, but it really has to be salt water because we can't deal with fresh water.
I mean, this is what this watch along has come to. Salmons against hamsters.
Would you rather be? How do you find another one?
You got them loaded up on your phone.
I actually get bored and have this debate with my friend every day. I just message her and it's just like, okay, would you rather be this? And then she usually tells me to shut the fuck up.
Anon says hamsters are bloodthirsty creatures.
They are. Oh, so I remember me and my brother, right? We both got hamsters at the same time and they were brothers. And like, at some point you're going to have to separate them. We didn't realise they would fight each other. It was brilliant. Well, it wasn't brilliant. It was basically the equivalent tantamount to cockfighting. We just didn't put any bets to. But we eventually separated them. You know, at first it was like, you know, just kick the shit out of each other. It was brilliant. Daniel Cormier, John Jones has got nothing on a hamster fight. Now just imagine those hamsters were ninjas.
Adam Richards says Pickford has the balls and won't crack under pressure like the rest of them.
Have you not seen Jordan Pickford a lot of the
Yeah,
time?
I'm not sure what that comment's about, but SJ says salmon live in both salty and fresh water, by the way.
Thank you, David Attenborough. That's great. I mean, Adam Richards follows up with a fishy hamster or a hamstery fish. What would you rather be?
Sorry, say that again?
A fishy hamster or a hamstery fish?
Ooh, a hamstery fish.
You just said you don't want to be a fish. You don't like fish.
Yeah, but I don't want to be fishy. Being fishy is worse than the actual fish. That's why I hate fish, because of the fishiness.
Can we stop saying the word fish? I don't know if it's going to lose its value. If it has any already.
Yidvid says he once saw a hamster eat a baby hamster in a pet shop.
What the fuck? In a pet shop? I actually want to know where Yidvid lives, because that's incredibly strange. What? Enfield.
Go on, what else have you got for me?
Okay. Bionic leg or a bionic arm?
Sorry?
Bionic leg or a bionic arm?
A bionic leg or a bionic arm? Ooh.
I mean, bionic arm's good. It's a recipe for disaster when you're left on your own late at night.
Can't use your other arm.
Both legs are only one arm and one leg.
One arm, one leg.
I'm not too sure. It's a difficult one. I'll probably go for bionic arm. Because if someone messes with you, that's it. One hit with the bionic arm and that's it. They're done for.
Okay.
What would you choose? The leg?
Yeah, mate.
Why?
Dunno.
So you can kick a ball harder?
Yeah. Kick you in the balls harder.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
What about...
JMT says bionic arm, but only if it's a left. Oh, here we go. England in. No, they're not.
That's the most important debate of the night.
30 seconds left of the half. We're into the 1 minute added on stop for stoppages. It's still 0-0. And yeah, it's not been exciting whatsoever. If you do want us, or if you want Jake or Louis to react to anything at halftime, do tag us on Twitter or send in a super chat and we will get to those comments. I mean, but make them England related because neither of them are Spurs fans.
Yay, that's half time!
And that is half time.
Thank fuck for that.
I don't think there is anything coming through on Twitter anyway, so I mean, just I'll leave it with you guys.
Christ. Hi guys, welcome to WeAreTottenhamTV.
This is Jake's debut, by the way.
I love the mullet he's rocking as well. It's banging.
Oh,
Hi Jake.
hello. How are we?
I'm bored.
Yeah, I know. Hasn't been great, has it?
No, it's been god awful.
Yeah, it's been rubbish. But there's only one thing worse than watching that, and that's watching that without a drink. I've just.
Oh, you've had to do that. I've been having a great time.
Yeah. If you've got one.
But it's angling. It's perfect. That's how you do it.
Oh, it's weird being up here. It's my first time.
It's quite high up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's like.
Can't touch the floor.
I mean, yours
Can you?
quite short then.
No, I can't if I go like that. Cheers, thank you. There you go. Thank you, Ben.
Dear. Right,
Oh.
we've got comments wise.
I think the best man's been the ref.
I think it's been quality.
Best man on the pitch.
Quality. It's been unbelievable.
Been letting a lot of stuff go, and that's what I like in a ref. To be fair.
He's kept the game flowing. I think that there's a lot of that where people don't maybe appreciate that as much when it's always so stop-start or they want the right decisions.
Yeah.
I think there's times where he kept it flowing. There are times where he's made the mistakes, but
Yeah.
I mean, the referee isn't English, which means that he'll actually be a good referee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
there's
know.
a change.
As long as he ain't refed in the Prem.
that's it.
He'll be
Anyone,
alright.
if you're not ref in the Prem, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I like a lenient ref and one that doesn't like take the centre stage. I hate the refs that just want to be like the main man and take all the fame.
100%. I think he's just done a pretty solid job. But
Pickford's been all right. I like his
has he had
distribution.
anything to do?
No, he hasn't. Not save wise, but his distribution. He's found a couple of pockets in the midfield from from quite a deep position. So I do like Pickford. I think he's a good tournament keeper.
Yeah, I think he turns up for England, but he doesn't do it any other time.
Oh no, he's been woeful for Everton.
But yeah,
I think they've played like their third keeper over him at times. So he's woeful for Everton. But as far as England's concerned, you can't really take him out if he hasn't done anything wrong for England.
well, yeah, I think this plays into what we were talking about earlier in terms of the squad selection, where Gareth Southgate has a few key players rather than chopping and changing the squad all the time. He has a few guys which are going to be playing for him consistently week in, week out.
Yeah.
Well, whenever the tournaments are on, I think that Jordan Pickford is one of those players.
Yeah.
Um,
Trippier as well.
yeah,
But Trippier's just won the Liga, so you kind of have to take him at the same time. It's a bit of an insult not to take him when he's literally won the league in La Liga and he's had a really quality season.
Yeah, but that's again, if we're doing it by that, I think that's where you need to find the middle ground, because that's where the problem lies. Do you take players that are in form, or do you take the players which you've worked with and understand and can get the job done together?
That's true.
Because by that logic of what you're saying, again, for Kaya Tomori, I know I've mentioned him many times.
No, I'm a fan.
He should be in that squad.
I'm a big fan.
But no, I think for me it's.
Does he start for AC Milan?
Yeah,
he starts.
He starts as their centre back. Him and
How much was it? 25 mil.
28 million euros.
I wonder what he's worth now, because I reckon he's got a big price tag on him now. After having a quality season. And where did AC come in the league?
Fourth.
No, very good player.
Solid player. We'll get through some comments. See what comments we got.
Pope's injured. Yeah, so Pope probably would be number one, wouldn't he?
I don't think he would. I think he should, but whether he would is a very different question.
You don't know what Southgate's going.
No,
what he's doing.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I do back Southgate, but I think this is the time now that he's got to show us, because you can think of it as in the World Cup he did get us to the semi-finals, which is like pretty good for like the team that we had.
I think at the same time though, it's about £24 million by the way. I think.
Okay.
Whilst that is true, we did have a fairly favourable run in.
That's what. Yeah, I was going to get onto that. We did. Scrape our way through.
Was it Sweden, Colombia, Croatia?
Yeah, and then we came up against one decent team and we couldn't hack it. So
that's the problem. But actually, I need to get my charger quickly. Go through some comments quick. I'm literally going to be just there. I'll shout from a distance.
Let's go through some comments. Would you rather a Premier League every 5 years or a Champions League and FA Cup every 10 years?
I don't have that problem as a Chelsea fan.
What about Premier League or I don't know. I do favour the Premier League over the Champions League, personally. That's my personal opinion, just because it's the whole season. There's a lot more games in the Premier League than there is in a Champions League. And who do I support? Yeah. Barnet.
You're Barnet, man. What a guy.
Come on, Barnet. My local team.
You guys have been shite this year.
I know. I know. I was supposed to go to a game the other week, but didn't end up going. It's just awful to watch. I'd rather just watch something on telly, to be honest.
Yeah. You not been relegated though, or is it? Stayed in because they've not done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloody shirt as well.
Robert's calling me. Great. Right, some more comments.
Stand up for the rest.
Kane or Lewandowski? Kane all day long.
Lewandowski's a better centre forward.
You think so?
Yeah,
only
Kane.
just.
Kane's a better player. But he's the best. He's the second best striker in the world. Lewandowski just broke Gerd Muller's record. So I think bottom line is
as an out-and-out goal scorer, you've got to say Lewandowski.
Yeah.
But I think as an all-round player,
Kane has more to his game, I think. Even in this game, he's dropping deep.
Yeah, but that's the problem. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be the guy that's up front causing all the problems.
Well, the way that we're playing, we don't have actually anyone in the box. If he's got to drop deep, there's got to be someone else in there that's gonna bang in the goals. But he's the main man up front for us. So it's he's got to change the way he plays, because that's how he played under Mourinho, of course.
Right. Oh, come on then, Doris.
See you later, guys.
Just sort out the vision until he gets back. I want to let you guys know about a competition that we are running.
Can I win it?
You can win it, and you've got prizes you can win as well.
There are prizes you can win as well.
Prizes you can win.
What prizes? Sorry.
What prizes?
You just cue me and I'll
what prizes? You want to know what
prizes? Yeah.
You can win cash prizes. You can win
Cash
signed
prizes.
Spurs shirts as well.
Okay. Yeah.
You want a signed Joe Hart shirt?
I mean, it'll fetch a few quid, won't it?
No, but we've got a Euro 2020 Predictor League. If you go over to our Twitter and click the link on the pinned post, that will take you directly to the league. It's completely free to join.
Free to join!
It's absolutely free to join. So get in, and you got to be in it to win it. And it's
you got to be in. No, that doesn't work. Go on, carry on, sorry.
You got to be in it to win it. And basically, what it is you make your predictions for each and every game throughout the Euros, and you're predicting your Golden Boot winners as well and your tournament winners. So there's a lot to predict over the next month or so. So yeah, be in it to win it. Some great prizes to be won, including some cash.
Money!
Exactly, some Wonga.
Could do some of that.
Well, enter the tournament then.
Yeah, well, fine, all right, I'll do it. God.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Sean Morris says, "You sound like the ideal shopping channel." Is that the effect you were going for?
Yeah. Oh my God! You can win prizes. Can we get the close up on me and I'll do like a QVCS CAD for that? Yeah, it's on me now. Yep. Wait for it. Hi guys, welcome to WeAreTottenhamTV. This week we are looking at England versus Austria at half time, and it's a shit game, but that doesn't matter because you can win some prizes. Ben, what can people win?
People can win cash prizes. They can win signed Tottenham shirts, official signed Tottenham shirts. And
official? Sorry.
Official signed Tottenham shirts,
you
signed
cool
by
response.
the actual players.
Who?
Well, I don't know. We've got many to give away. One signed by the entire Tottenham Hotspur squad of this week.
The entire squad!
Including the main man, Harry Kane, Gareth Bale.
Oh my God!
Matt Doherty.
Who?
Davinson Sanchez.
Never heard of him!
Eric Dyer. All the big hitters.
Big hitters?
All the big hitters.
He's Slabhead 2.0. He definitely will hit you hard. But yeah. It's great! So make sure you sign up in the link below! Yay!
Gaurav Korshai says, Ben, you can't say Chelsea don't deserve to win the final. We were the better team in the final. So
Did you say that?
I didn't say anything. I thought Chelsea were the better team on the day for sure. I think assessing that Champions League final, I mean, you did a complete job on them, and they couldn't do anything.
It was funny, wasn't it?
They couldn't do anything.
It was they were just.
I thought Pep overthought it though.
Yeah, well, Pep did a Pep Guardiola. Rather than going from A to B, he went from A to Z.
Yeah.
Timbuktu to Austria, headed across to Venice to go on a gondola. Then he went across to Korea, went through North Korea into South Korea. Solved that, so it's now just Korea. So it's all all peace and love now and all of that.
Well, at least he achieved something.
Yeah. Went past Spain, forgot to pick up defensive midfielder, went to Portugal, and it kind of went a bit wrong.
What were your feelings coming into that game? Were you confident?
Oh no, well you know me. I thought we were going to get absolutely turned over. I thought this had come a couple of years too early because we got quite a young squad. I thought they were still gelling. I wasn't sure, but I was kind of like, do you know what? Like, I say, apart from City in leagues, I thought we were one of the most informed teams in Europe. I think you got them, you got Bayern, and then maybe us. So I think that. Well, I say that, but we lost 2 in 4 running into the game. So
yeah.
I think there was that. I just thought,
that's always going to happen in the build-up to a massive game like that.
Yeah, I know, but I think at the same time it was just like. It was just so annoying.
And also, on the flip side to that, you played Man City twice in the build-up to that game, and you beat him twice, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Thomas Tuchel was Pep Guardiola's kryptonite.
It seems like it.
So, yeah. It's always that. Are we making any subs at half-time? Please tell me we're doing something.
Neil Dino says he had to turn his headphones down because Louis is so loud.
Yeah, sorry.
You're bursting people's eardrums.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
What's your guys' starting 11 for the Euros? All right, let's do it. Starting 11, what formation are we going to play?
I'm going 4-2-3-1 for my team.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think I'll probably do the same, 4-2-3-1. I just don't want to see 5 at the back. I really don't.
I think it depends on the game. If you're playing France, I don't mind seeing 5 at the back.
True, because the defence will be got at against a quality side.
So I'd say my starting is, well, obviously there's no Pope in the squad. Oh, is Pope in the squad now?
No.
Okay, so it's Pickford, unfortunately. Left back, I'd go Chilwell. 2 centre halves, I'd go Slabhead and Stones. Right back, I'd go Walker.
Why'd you go Chilwell? Because Shaw's been the best left back in the league this season.
Yeah, has he?
Yeah.
I think Chilwell's been better. Oh, they've been on a par.
I think.
At least. Also, Chilwell's just won a Champions League.
He has just won a Champions League, but I do think Shaw has been the better left back throughout the whole season.
I think he's been a bit more stable. Yeah, I think he's had a bit better. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
So that's Shaw, Maguire, Stones,
Walker.
And if Maguire's out injured, who would you put there instead of him?
I just fold. I just say, no, I'll give you the other 3 points. We'll just leave the tournament.
Mings or Cody?
Oh my god. I'd rather drop a toaster in the bath. Christ. Probably Cody.
Really, Cody over Mings?
Just because he, again, the leadership qualities, and I just think he's a bit more of a stable presence, whereas Mings is, likely to do something stupid.
And who are you putting at right back?
Walker.
Wow, look at that. Scotland drawing with Holland, 1-1 at half-time.
Scotland! Freedom!
Right back.
Walker.
Yeah.
I'd then go Rice and... only because Henderson isn't fit yet. I'd go Rice and Mount in the double pivot. Just have Mount as a roaming 8, basically. Foden in the 10. Grealish on the left. Sancho on the right. And Kane up front.
Wow, so you'd leave Rashford and Sterling out.
Mm-hmm.
Southgate ain't doing that, is he?
No.
Southgate is not doing that. I would agree with you on that team. I'll definitely agree with you, but the way he's going to play it is going to play 5 at the back. He's going to play probably Kyle Walker in the right centre-back position with Kieran Trippier probably right back.
Oh, kill me.
He's going to play Shaw on the left with a back 3 of Walker, Maguire, Stones.
If you're playing wing backs, I wouldn't play Shaw. If you're playing 4, I'd play Shaw. If you're playing 5, play Chilwell. Chilwell's more.
I can see that.
He's got more mobility.
Teams are coming out now, so he's going to play. What does he usually play? A 4-5.
What's the team now? He's
5-2.
Oh, he'll play 5.
5-2-3.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
Yeah.
3-4-3.
So he'll probably have Declan Rice and Mason Mount in the middle there if Henderson's out injured.
Yeah.
And he'll probably play Rashford on the left,
Mm-hmm.
or Rashford on the right even, Sterling on the left, and Kane up top. He's probably going to play.
Christ.
But I agree with your team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a manager that's gone course to win a trophy this year. Do you know what I mean? So.
All right, kickoff is about to get underway for the second half. England have it in the centre spot. And
it's live!
Jesse Lingard has it in the centre spot, and that's it. Second half is underway. Come on, England!
Yeah, that.
Freddie McNabb saying Jude Bellingham should start. What would you say to that?
I don't think you should start. Have him in the squad, definitely. If you're playing... I just think Mason Mount's been so good this year, you can't not put him in, but he's not going to play in a 10 because you've got better options there. And he can play as an 8,
How do you assess the kind of Grealish versus Foden versus Mount conversation?
Mount's in a different conversation because he's not a number 10. I think the Foden Grealish conversation is Foden Grealish Maddison, not Foden Grealish Mount. So I think Mason Mount is, I think he's more like a Milner as well. I think he'll get a 7 out of 10 whatever position he's in every single week. Does that Tyrone Mings injured? Yeah.
With Mason Mount, he reminds me a bit of Harry Kane in terms of how hard he's worked to get to where he is.
The thing with Mason Mount as well, he's put himself in a similar position to sort of what Frank Lampard was in at Chelsea. So obviously he's come into the side, done a fantastic job, and then he's had a lot of contention coming for position. Kai Havertz in the middle, he's got Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho. Even further up the pitch, you've got Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, all players which are vying for positions that Mount plays in.
Oh, here we go.
Play it. Too
Oh.
late. But yeah, he's done that, and he's made himself undroppable through his performances, similar to how Lampard was.
Square it. Oh, he had the chance there. Oh, Bellingham's just been muscled off the ball there. And here come Austria. Or not.
I could do my old 1940s commentator.
Go on, let's give it a go.
And here we go, here at Middlesbrough, where we see England taking on Austria. Now, here have the Austrians on the ball. Number 26 takes it here, and he's passed it inside, and it's collected by a man with a ponytail. And you don't see that in 1940s Britain. Short back and sides all round, please, Governor.
Here's a question for you. from Sergio. And he says, Ben, ask Louis what he thinks about Italy's chances at the Euros this year.
Italy are a side which are, I think, if you put them into a major tournament, they're always going to do well. I haven't actually seen the full squad yet. Let me get that up because I'm actually intrigued. I saw what they were wearing. They're basically wearing Dr. Evil's suits. It's really bad.
Italy are supposed to be like the central of fashion in the Euros, aren't they?
Yeah, they're supposed to be in it. I think you'll actually find that's actually at Imperial Wharf.
Oh, right. Is that right?
That's where you could find it in Southwest London. Okay. Italy Euro 2020. Call it Euro 21. It's a nightmare. Okay. So, Donnarumma, Mere, Salvatore Sirigu. Okay. Yeah. Acerebe, Bastoni.
Is Donnarumma going to start?
Donnarumma will start, yeah. Bastoni, Bonucci, Chiellini, De Lorenzo, Emerson, Florenzi.
I swear they've had the same back line for like years and years.
I think you're probably going to be looking at... I think they'd play 4 at the back under Mancini. So I think you've got Chiellini and Bonucci as the pairing. And I think you've got Emerson and Florenzi as your left and right back. Barella, brilliant player. Brian Cristante. Translated to Brian Christian for anyone interested.
We're going to need subtitles underneath Louis.
Jorginho, Locatelli, Pellegrini, Sensi, Verratti. Midfield, obviously, you haven't got any special names, but it's a good midfield. Bellotti, Berardi, Bernardeschi, Chiesa, Immobile, Insigne, and... really? Raspadori.
Who's the starting striker? Is it going to be Immobile?
It'll probably be Ciro Immobile, yeah. 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. You'll probably see Jorginho, Pellegrini, and Verratti as your starting 3, maybe.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good 3, to be fair.
It's a solid 3, I think, yeah. It'd just be defensive. I think that's a bit worrying. Your front 3 would probably be Federico, Chiesa, Immobile, and Insigne. It's a pretty good team. I think it's definitely a team that could get to the quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they do anything else after that would be interesting. But
like you said, a team like Italy, they can always go far.
That's the thing. That's the thing with the Italians. I think that they're always a pretty solid side which can push on and make a difference in competitions when they're actually in it. But it's not the same Italy team you've had over the past 15, 20 years. It's just a very solid group of players. In a similar vein to Spain, I feel. But yeah. And
they're asking in the comments, Freddie McNabb's asking about Belgium. And I think like Belgium's golden periods are gone, hasn't it?
They got one more tournament in them.
You think so? Because
got 2 more.
Look at their back line. Still, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Vermaelen. These players are still filling up their back line.
Yeah, but it's still they're still good players. They're seasoned vets now.
Vermaelen plays out in Japan.
Exactly, seasoned veteran. You've got Courtois. Brilliant. So I can't actually read this because they've given me all the adverts. Thanks, Independent Online. You're so great. Here we go. Courtois, Mignolet, Sells. So it's been the same 3 goalkeepers. Alderweireld, Boyata, Castagna, Denayer, Meunier, Vermaelen, Vertonghen. So you're probably going to play 3 at the back again. So that's going to be what Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and Denayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably be like Vermaelen at left back or something.
Or it'll be Castagna. No, it'll be Castagna right wing back and like Carrasco left wing back. And then you have De Bruyne. De Bruyne and Tielemans as your midfield 2, probably. And your front 3 will be Eden Hazard, Mertens, and Lukaku.
We've just had an update from Fabrizio Romano on Romelu Lukaku.
Fuck off.
And he says Romelu Lukaku confirms he is not leaving Inter Milan this summer, and it quotes from Romelu himself saying, "I'm staying at Inter. I've already had contact with the new manager Inzaghi. Maybe I shouldn't say that yet, but it was very positive conversation. I feel good at Inter." So that's that then.
We also might Bassett England manager. The future's here in Norwich, isn't it? That's fucking yes, well done.
I need to watch that before the Euros. What a film.
What
a film. We're playing 4-4 fucking 2.
Do you want to see what the Imperial Wolf dressing room's like? Watch Mike Bassett, England manager. 4 more years.
Do you think that you can still kind of prize a Lukaku away even after those comments?
I mean, Inter are broke. They're more broke than you guys. So, I'd say that, we turn around and go, here's £70 million. They're not going to turn around and go, no, thank you. We won't do that because they still have to pay back Manchester United and they can't afford to. So when they're saying, well, won't sell Lukaku, I mean, he will just leave.
But they're not saying we won't sell him. He's saying he won't leave.
I mean, I think I'm not convinced. Any player can say that. See, out swinging corner because we don't have a fucking enough foot on the pitch.
I don't get this whole thing in a build-up game. Why do you play players that are not in the squad?
I think
I don't get that.
So they don't feel sad.
Literally, that's what it is. Why is there room for sentiment in the England squad? Find me another country there where they're having sentimental picks.
I don't know. Who's that under the mask?
Who knows?
He looks really angry all the time.
He's got a bit of a Stuart Pearce vibe about him.
How could someone look angry when they've got a mask on? You can't tell what people look like normally.
It's the eyebrows. Who are your kind of dark horses for the
Italy.
Euros? You think Italy are dark horse?
Italy are dark horses, I'd say. But do you remember how they that last Euro squad? It was the worst one in 50 years. That's saying about Italy. I'd say this one's on a par, and they've got a very good manager in Mancini who's just kind of steadying the ship and does it very simply, and has been doing really well. So they're my dark horses. I don't back England to win a championship.
Yeah,
I think this team is maybe one big player and a season head and a fucking left back away from actually competing and a better manager. I think Mourinho would be a great fit for the England
could be.
job.
Yeah, I actually think I know they're not dark horses, but I got a feeling Portugal might take this one again.
Yeah, I think so as well. It'd be interesting to do. Has anyone's ever no one's ever retained it, have they?
Did Spain retain it?
Yes, they did. 2008, 2012, didn't they?
Because Spain won Euros, World Cup, Euros, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that was it. That team was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that you're talking about a team that really changed football. That team changed football.
That team was the way to play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
make
They revolutionised how basically all football was played, especially in La Liga, and that kind of filtered through to the all of European football.
Same, like obviously what Pep did with Bayern as well. He's credited with Germany winning the World Cup because of what he did at Bayern.
Shame he can't be credited for England winning the World Cup for his work at Man City.
We don't have that's the thing though. I don't think it has a strong core.
Doesn't.
Like you look at the Spain team, you look at that Germany team.
Yeah, no.
It was the core
Yeah.
of that team. The Bayern and the Barcelona sides. You want to look at a side which is an English core, and build around that spine really. And I mean, you guys don't have that anymore. City don't have that. The only team which has a relatively English core is Chelsea. Go.
Oh, here we go.
Fuck.
Saka! And England are
Finally.
1-0 up.
Wait, hang on,
Bukayo
hang
Saka
on,
puts
hang
it in
on.
the back of the back of the net.
I've not celebrated because I don't like this.
But the
VAR
referee was signalling there, so we have to see what it is. But I don't think it was offside. I don't think so.
Put
But
your mask on.
The ball is in the back of the net. The scoreboard is 1-0 to England. Bukayo Saka puts England 1-0 up.
Great counter-attacking football there, Ben. I thought that it was fantastic here. Look at this ball through. Great football from England. Coming on the counter. Look at him down the right hand. Meow! There we go. And then he just goes, yeah, I'll have that. Nip in. Good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, because that came off the Austria play, didn't it?
Here we go. Look, here it comes. Oh, it's another goal and another. No, it's just Bukayo Saka on repeat.
Bukayo Saka puts England 1-0 up. And the absolute scenes here. Scenes.
You going, yeah. Me going, I don't know. Is VAR going to come in here?
What's your opinions on VAR?
I think what VAR is as a concept works. I think it's down to the execution. It works in Spain, it works in Italy, it works in France. It works in Germany.
So what is it about the way we implement it?
The referees are poorly trained, and they their egos are too big for them.
I was having a talk about this with a mate of mine, and I was saying exactly the same thing that you were saying, but then he came back to me and was like, how do you know? Because do you watch the refs week in, week out in Italy and Spain and what have you? And I don't watch them enough to know how good they are.
I watch the highlights, and they don't seem to take as much shit, and when they do get it wrong, they admit it, rather than relying on their mate to say this is what happened. The problem with English
Peter
referees,
Walton or whatever his name is.
Yeah, well, the problem with English referees. So I've got a couple of friends who actually trained as refs and stopped because of this. It's all money driven, as is most things. So if you can afford to get a better whistle, or your parents can take you to the games when you're refereeing as a kid, or you can do certain things and pay for those extra lessons with your refereeing mentor, that's what puts you on the ladder. Whereas if you try and just do it normally, like, you do your courses, you turn up when you can, you do whatever, it just holds you back. And it's the politics involved. I think that the most... I think that the problem is it's just they're such delicate flowers, referees now.
I think it's just the modern day person. It's not even just referees, isn't it? It's just the way society's going, isn't it?
Everyone's a pussy now.
Basically.
Yeah. Everyone's an arsehole, and some are worth sniffing. That's a goal I live by.
But you can say the same about kind of the modern day footballer. Because, Jose Mourinho, the way he manages... used to kick out of people, when he was managing like Frank Lampard and John Terry, like proper men when they were kids.
You say
and now
that.
He's like managing like Dele Alli and people like that, and they can't take the criticism.
I think, you say that, but I think it's down to the person. I think it's how you manage the people. I think, for example, I feel I don't respond well to people saying I'm shit at something. I respond better to someone saying, well, maybe try this, try and do that, and trying to lift me up. Whereas I have friends who, if I say to them, you're fucking shit, get your arse into gear. Much like this weekend, I've got some players that play for me. I know it's a completely different level of football, but these are lads who are like, I played at this academy, I'm this good, and we weren't winning a game convincingly. And all these lads are trying to showboat and do all of this. There are some lads where I can turn around to and say, if you think you're that fucking good, go pull your finger out your arse and prove it. Stop fucking about. And they'll respond to that, whereas others just won't listen, and they'll just continue to do certain things. It's all about how you manage the person. And I think that there are certain players in this England team that would respond to, kick up the arse. I think Connor Cody would. I think Jordan Henderson would. I think Mason Mount would. There are players, and Jude Bellingham as well. Players which might not have had, a very glamorous footballing education. In some places, I mean, Mason was at Chelsea, but obviously, I think where he's from Portsmouth, and how they are down there. I think they're a bit more hard nosed, but I think that there are players like that won't respond to that because of their glamorous education. So it's the modern day person and it's the society in general. This has got really deep all of a sudden. What the fuck are we talking about here?
We're talking about mentality.
Yeah.
But there's been a quadruple change here for England. Ollie Watkins is coming on. Calvert-Lewin is coming on. Who else is coming on?
James Ward-Prowse.
And Ben Godfrey. And who is going off? Jesse Lingard is going off.
Rice went off. Lingard went off.
I'm guessing Harry Kane if two strikers are coming on. Oh, there we go. Harry Kane. And one more. And one more is going off. I'll run through the changes in a second. Adam1882 with the super chat says, Ben, look at Ali Gold's new tweet about Conte. I will be looking in a few seconds. I'm just going to run through the substitute changes for you. So Kane, Lingard and Mings. That was a triple change. Kane, Lingard and Mings have gone off. And Calvert-Lewin, Godfrey and Watkins have come on. Now let's get to that Ali Gold tweet. Ali Gold is back from his holiday apparently, and he's starting to talk about Conte. Let's see what he said. Wow. He's saying, now looking likely Antonio Conte will become the next Tottenham boss. Spurs pushed hard to try to bring in Maurizio Pochettino, but PSG have fought hard to keep him. Conte is one of the top managers in the world and is going to be fascinating to see how it will be. No denying it will be a big statement appointment, but without adequate funding, Conte is going to find it far more frustrating ahead than he did at Inter and Chelsea. As a journalist, he will be a fascinating character to cover, and I hope he's given the chance to succeed. And yes, stuff always happens when I'm off. Wow, he goes on like 5 more tweets here. Signing off now for a couple of days. Oh no, that was a few days ago. So that's it. That is it. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty spot on from Alistair Gold, isn't it? I mean, it's an exciting appointment, it is, but it all heavily relies on what he gets.
Be interesting.
Oh, what just happened there?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. I was listening to you. Oh, hello over to Jake in the gantry. Jake, what have you got for us? Jake, what fucking happened, mate? Can you tell us?
Pickford nearly let it in his own net. The pass back and he nearly went in.
So, so to recap, it looks as though Antonio Conte will be the next manager of Tottenham Hotspur.
Interesting.
Very interesting stuff. And there's no denying it. He is one of the top managers in football right now.
He is. No, he's definitely hot property after what he did with Inter Milan.
And Chelsea. And Juventus.
Yeah. He revived them all.
Mm-hmm.
So...
What were Juventus like when he first came in?
7th.
Really?
Right, yeah, just mid-table, thereabouts. And he came in, changed the system and, worked with it.
So that's it. We've got the Here We Gold. Ben Golden says, Ben, can't believe you slagged Trippier off so much in the last video. Had a banging season when he was suspended. Atletico Madrid fell off, but with him playing, they won the title. He will be first choice.
He will be first choice.
Look, I slagged Trippier off because I think we've got better options. That's why I slagged him off.
I agree. Oof. Oh, the bar!
Austria hit the bar there. What? Was it a save?
Yeah. Vorsprung durch Technique. And that's German. They speak German, though, so,
I'm trying to like just configure in my head this Antonio Conte situation, just to let it all like settle in and see what it actually means.
I think because
I was so sold on Pochettino.
Yeah, I think. I mean, let me roughly translate that tweet as well. Of Tottenham pushed hard for Pochettino. Tottenham couldn't afford to buy him out of his contracts. They went for a manager who was freely available, who also happened to be quite good.
Well, it was definitely apparent that Pochettino and Conte were the only 2 runners in the last week. So I think both of them would have been good appointments. I mean, out of anyone that we could have got, those 2 were probably the top 2 out of anyone gettable. Because when you're looking at the other managers, Graham Potter, Ten Hag, these kind of managers, Pochettino and especially Conte on different level, completely different level.
Completely agree.
But again, we've been stung with Jose Mourinho with the defensive football. I just hope it doesn't go down the same way with Antonio Conte. And it will go down the same way if he doesn't get backed.
That's the problem. Not gonna lie, every single time I see Jack Grealish speak to a referee on screen, right, he just looks probably, what the hell? That was a huge jump. Christ, LeBron James would be proud. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Sorry. The bloke's saying that's a foul when he didn't jump. That's not.
He literally ducked into his foot.
Yeah.
And here comes this Marcel Sabitzer.
Marcel Sabitzer inside, yeah. Plays it to the other Austrian player, yeah. Das goes out to the left-hand side, crosses into the box, yeah.
Mad Eagles Insanity saying the best option would have been Brendan Rodgers.
He wouldn't go to. Why would he go to Tottenham?
I said the exact same thing.
We and you had this conversation, didn't we? We spoke about it. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but neither does really Conte coming to Spurs. That doesn't really make much sense either.
Conte's available, wants to come back to manage in England, sees Tottenham as a major club, which you guys are, who are in need of a rebuild and the potential to maybe go on and be the first
rebuild manager?
I feel that he's got the capacity to be. I mean, he was given the funds at Inter. He was given some decent players. I think N'Golo Kante, we can say, is a very decent player in his first window at Chelsea.
Is N'Golo Kante going to win the Ballon d'Or?
It'll be criminal if he doesn't. I know people are saying about Lewandowski, but it'll be criminal if N'Golo Kante doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, but he probably won't because he's not a glamorous player that scores 35 goals a season.
Abdul Karim says, big up Abdul Karim as well. Long time no see. He's saying Sabitzer is looking dangerous. I mean, I would love Sabitzer in a Spurs shirt next season. I think he's a top quality player.
He's
last
he's
year of his
expensive.
contract.
Ja, aber Sabitzer playing in the Bundesliga currently, yeah.
Adam Richards saying Godfrey's having a shocker.
I think we're playing him as a right back. Or are we playing
Can't
him
be,
as centre back?
surely. Surely he's either
Oh,
left
look
back
at that
or centre back.
distribution. That's actually well good.
Adam1882 says Kante's had 5 good games and now he's a Ballon d'Or candidate.
Kante's had more than 5 good games if you've watched Chelsea over the past year.
I know he was like very influential in your win against Real Madrid.
He won the Champions League Man of the Match awards in 4 games running, and he was superb in all the major games where we've needed him this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think saying he's only had 4 good games is incredibly harsh.
Who are the, let's pick 5 players who are going to be up for the Ballon d'Or.
I think one will be based on this tournament.
Okay.
So whoever bangs it in the Euros.
So you got to say, first of all, Kante, let's put him in there.
Lewandowski. De Bruyne, maybe. Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Messi?
Yeah, do you know what? Messi, Ronaldo are definitely going to be there. Mbappe will probably be there.
Mbappe.
And then you've got Lewandowski and Kante probably will be the 5.
Conan69 saying, who scored England's goal? It was that Gooner. It was the only Gooner on the pitch. Bukayo Saka.
That's nice football, that. Very simple. Moves it well there. Go on, driving space, lad. Go on. Don't stop. Go on, Jackie boy. Go on,
Jack Grealish
Go on,
bearing
Jack.
down into the
See you
box
later.
here.
Drop it. Nice.
Cross into the box. Oh, straight out for
He
a goal
makes something
kick.
out of nothing.
Yeah, he's a magic man, Jack Grealish. How much do you reckon he goes for this summer?
I would have said that's out for 100 mil to City, innit?
He's not going to go 100 mil, I don't think.
I think it's whatever the price is that Villa will quote. I think you're looking at 50, 60 minimum. That's me being, I think,
60 million,
low.
I think, is a good price for him.
It'll go for more than that.
Yeah, I reckon he goes for about 70, 80. Have you seen these reports from The Athletic about Man City and about how they're going to have a fire sale this summer?
Yeah, because they're trying to sign Mbappe or Haaland, aren't they?
Well, they're trying to sign Kane.
Well, I think Laporte wants to go.
Cancelo wants to go. Jesus wants to go.
I mean, I'd take Cancelo and I'd take Laporte in a heartbeat because they walk into any team in the Premier.
Laporte walks into any team in Europe, doesn't he?
Mm.
And he can't get in the Man City side because of John Stones. It makes no sense to me.
Some lad from Barnes. Who's this guy? Keep me out the team. He's from a place called Barnsley. Where is that?
All right, we got 20 minutes here to go at the Riverside Stadium. England 1 goal to the good as Austria come forward now.
Would you rather be a grizzly bear with an STD or yeah.
Come on, I'm listening.
Grizzly bear with an STD or I mean, I can't really get worse than STD. I'll tell you what, I would change it. Well, a grizzly bear with a persistent cold or a giraffe with verrucas.
A grizzly bear with a persistent cold or a giraffe with verrucas.
Yeah. Yeah, you always have a cold.
Verrucas are disgusting, so I'll probably go for the cold.
Yeah, but as a bear, you're going to be good breathing out your head.
I breathe like that anyway. I smoke, so so
Don't
I know
smoke,
how it
kids.
goes.
1-1 Denmark, Germany.
Yeah, let's have a look at the scores.
Shall I do it like the voice from the woman who does it on 5 Live?
Yeah, go on.
For people asking, I'm not just like this on camera. I am just fucking weird in general. Oh, that's weird.
Wow.
They're not actually coming up.
Scotland are beating Netherlands.
BBC's not working.
Yeah.
You want? Okay. Thank you. These. Hang on.
It's just the last 5 games or something, or the live ones.
International friendlies. Netherlands 1, Scotland 2, Romania 1, Georgia 2, England 1, Austria 0. Gareth Southgate, pick a fucking left back. Germany 1. Denmark 1. France 2. Wales 0.
And that concludes the scores. But that's actually bad that Scotland are beating the Netherlands with 4 minutes to go.
That's nuts.
Let's look at the Netherlands team.
Do you reckon Eriksen might follow Conte back from Inter?
I actually asked Simeon this today. He just laughed me off. But I think that is actually a possibility. It also, I mean, how do you think Inter do with Inzaghi? How do you rate him as a manager?
I don't know enough about him. I mean, he's done a pretty good job at Lazio recently. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think they're okay. I don't think they'll win the league again. I think Juventus are going to come back and just bite them with a vengeance.
Well, with Allegri, you expect that, don't you?
Allegri's a top-class coach.
We got a super chat here from BGG saying, I know you're trying to escape the Spurs news, but Ali Gold has basically confirmed Conte and the director of football.
Well, listen here, BGG. We actually spoke about it. So
we got the Here We Gold. We got the Here We Gold. Everyone's telling me to look at Alistair Gold's tweets. We literally just ran through it a few minutes ago.
Thank you for the super chat, because that's going to pay for my train fare home. Appreciate that.
Corner to Austria. 73 minutes on the clock.
Oh!
Went straight out for a goal kick, but that was a curler,
The
wasn't
fat
it?
Jordan Pickford just went, I'm just going to watch that go up with you. Right? Sorry about that, lads. Did you know what? Sunderland are a massive club. And I'm actually in the documentary in Series 1.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe that Antonio Conte is going to be our next manager.
Yeah, you sound like what I say when we are the European champions. I'm still trying to get my head around that as well.
Antonio Conte.
Champions League winners.
We've done that before. To be honest, yeah. When you won the Champions League just now, it felt like Spurs had lost, right? But when you had won the Champions League before that, it was nothing on this one.
Really?
That one was so hard to take because we'd missed out on Champions League, right? We finished
we
fourth.
shafted you, didn't we?
We finished fourth. And, you know, after all the good favours we did you this year, it didn't even count for nothing.
Well, maybe you lot should have done a fucking bit better earlier on.
We should have. A few more results and we would have got top four.
My favourite thing was when you were talking about Ryan Mason in the same bracket as Julian Nagelsmann, some of your fans. That was so funny.
Nah, that's never happened.
Oh, he's 29. He's going to be a class manager, clearly, if he's taken on the job.
I think he will be a good manager.
I mean, he's looked okay. He held his own, but he was just picking a lot of his mates, I felt, at some point.
Yeah, he was. That's why they call him Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
But here come Austria in search for the equaliser, but that is a shocking ball, and England pick it up. And here comes Bukayo Saka, plays it forward to an Austria player. And this is just a bit of pinball now.
This is great football. Liquid.
Come on.
Nice. Force mat wide.
Look at that. England in
Hold
a very defensive shape here.
Nice.
But, you know, they're ready to break at
Bellingham.
any moment. Any moment,
Kieran,
England
that
are
was a
ready
nice
to break.
Link up. We'll take that. Thank you. That'll do. Oh, Jack Grealish came and he's got ice around his legs. Brilliant.
And you see, this is why you take... Oh, I spoke too soon because Netherlands have equalised. Memphis Depay. I was about to say, this is why you stake Steven Bergwijn to the tournament. But, nah.
Steven Bergwijn.
Yeah.
She's from the Netherlands, yes?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
They're so serious, Dutch people. You know that.
You know what joke is? Because I don't.
Memphis Depay scoring 2 goals today.
Right, good. Go long. What the fuck was that? That was incredibly worrying.
TSC Brownell saying, this is waistcoat football. Is it waistcoat football?
England are winning a major tournament playing waistcoat football. My favourite thing is that England suits are all...
Oh, here we go.
Go on
a minute.
go on,
Calvert-Lewin
go on,
with a
Calvert.
brilliant...
He way too wide. There's no one there.
What is that, man?
Pick up. There's no
Who
one there.
played that
Way
ball?
too wide.
Who played that ball? Saka.
Watkins. Oliver Watkins. Nice football, that. Right, hold it.
What ball? What?
Oh. We're literally playing every player that's not playing.
Ben White
not going
is
to the
really,
Euro.
really tanned. He definitely fake tanned. I'm sorry, like.
No, he was just in Portugal. Do you not know?
Was he in Portugal?
He went to see Chelsea in the Champions League final.
Oh, mate. What would be your go-to karaoke song?
Definitely be an Oasis song. 100% be an
course,
Oasis song.
Course.
Which one would it be though? Like, it depends on my mood on the day because I don't think there would be a go-to karaoke
now.
song.
3, 2, 1.
Supersonic.
Do you want to sing it now?
No, I do not.
Feeling supersonic.
Give me gin and tonic. Terence Burt says Sky News just said 5 minutes ago Conte wants bigger wages than what's being offered and there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, sounds about right. But I wouldn't trust Sky News considering I made up a transfer rumour for a video and it got onto Sky.
Oh, really? What was that?
I can't tell you. You know, that'd be giving away my trade secrets. I'll tell you off air.
Okay. Looking forward.
Highlight of your day. I found out a transfer rumour which wasn't real. Play it. What the fuck was that? I take it back. It's actually worked. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. No, it hasn't.
Germany. Who's this? Who's Mönchengladbach player Florian Neuhaus?
He's been linked with loads of people in the past.
He just scored. And who is playing? Christian Eriksen. Højbjerg has been taken off. Blasphemy. How much surgery do you think? I know you just won the Champions League, but how much surgery do you think the Chelsea squad needs this summer?
Top centre forward, a defensive midfielder, maybe a centre back.
Defensive midfielder?
Yeah, like
to replace who? Jorginho?
Just someone who I think, not to replace him, I'd say just to thicken out the squad there, because we've only really got 3 starting centre midfielders.
Who? Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic?
Yeah, that's it. You've got Billy Gilmore in the squad, but he's not quite ready yet. I'd like Declan Rice, personally.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk about it, hasn't there? I think he will end up at you.
At some point. It's going to be us United, isn't it?
He's I think he's a Chelsea fan, isn't he, Declan Rice?
From Kingston,
yeah.
He's got all his Chelsea. If you go, there's a YouTube video where they take you back to his house at home where he lives with his parents, and all his old Chelsea shirts and all the Chelsea shirts are just like framed on the wall.
So I mean, it's one that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I know, guys. I know what Alistair Gold has said.
No.
What's Alistair Gold said?
Alistair Gold says Antonio Conte will. Oh, well, it's looking like Antonio Conte will be the next Tottenham Hotspur manager. The Here We Gold. It's not quite the Here We Gold, but it's kind of like just before the Here We Gold. We'll probably get the Here We Gold tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Sabitzer with a peach of a shot. Pickford could not hold on to that. I thought he should have done, though.
He looks like a player, Sabitzer.
Yeah, he is a proper baller, Marcel Sabitzer.
Marcel Sabitzer.
I mean...
Swat! There we go.
Thing is with Sabitzer, I think that we could have got him if we were in Europa or Champions League, but I don't know if he would come to us in the Conference League. I think there'll be more suitors for him.
Where did Leipzig finish?
Champions League spaces.
Yeah.
But he's definitely leaving Leipzig this summer. That's a done deal, but I just can't see him coming to us in the Conference League. But maybe Antonio Conte can persuade him.
Potentially. I mean, he's got pull.
You say Jose Mourinho's got the pull right, but do you think him at Roma is a pull?
Depends how he pitches it. I don't think it's the same pull as Tottenham or, other clubs that he's been at. But I think that he's definitely got a certain amount of pull to it in terms of, he's a manager with a lot of pedigree, as we discussed earlier. If he tries to sell it as a rebuild, then, we'll have to see. But I think it was just such a weird move.
What do you think he can realistically do there?
Fuck all.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't see him.
Because they're broke as well, aren't they?
They're broke as fuck. He's literally going to be building to try and get into Champions League.
Yeah. It's funny though because they got a Conference League. Is that handball?
Yeah,
That's a handball.
Handball.
No, it's not. It looked like it to me, to be fair. Yes, BGG saying, sorry, didn't realise you already chatted about it. I'm
Good,
not particularly clued in on Conte. Does he have complete disregard for the youth? What's his youth policy like?
I mean, he kind of used youth players at Chelsea. I mean, he had Chalobah as quite a big part of his plans in the first season. Same with Ake. He kind of, well, not as big, but he kind of used him. But he didn't really use youth players. But we didn't really have many youth players in that squad at that point. I don't know what he's been
They're
like.
all out alone, weren't they?
Yeah, I think same at Inter, same at
Juve.
He's not really had youth to use. It was kind of very much built on instant success. Goal. Finish that. Fucking
Come on, England. About to hit the 83rd minute here. England still 1 goal up. Who's that? Kieran Trippier. ADZ says, is Conte a Jose Mourinho 2.0 or is he good?
There's significant potential for that.
Yeah.
I want to say 2.0, it's like upgrading from XP to fucking Windows 7 at that point. When I say that, it's more volatile and he might have potentially be even more
But he's
shit.
more tuned in, like you said, to the modern game.
Yeah, he is. But I think at the same time, you know, his validity, if it doesn't go his way, he is like, you know,
He won't sit there and take it like a Poch did.
He's basically, he'd fit right in on an Italian version of Jeremy Kyle. I'm not even kidding. My wife stole my toupee and sold it to my dog. That's probably what you put in his headline.
Did you wear a toupee, Conte?
Nah, he's had a hair transplant.
A transplant. Because you see that picture of him like playing in his last international tournament, and he's just literally a bit like me, just got no hair over here.
I mean, you have hair. You have more hair than Conte did.
Just a bit.
Hopefully I never have that problem, touch wood. Genetically, I don't think I will somehow.
They say it skips a year. So it depends on what your grandpa was like.
He had hair, to be fair.
He's got the strong hair genes. You got your the old Beneventis.
We do indeed. Mario only went grey about 3 or 4 years ago, like properly.
I was going to ask, do your family support England or Italy?
So me and my dad support England. The rest of the family support Italy.
Was your dad born in...
My dad was born here. He was
Okay.
born in King's Cross. Grew up in King's Cross and High Barnet, actually.
Okay, North
He
London
lived
boy.
in Whetstone, yeah. So,
Whetstone.
yeah, so grew up around there. Went to QE Boys. And then he decided to go live in some really weird places. Then he came and, when I say weird places, I mean in Hertfordshire. And then he lives in, you know, where he does now. Can't exactly say where I live. I'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The last commenter says Steve Hitchen out the door, and if this Paratici is coming in, that will mean Steve Hitchen will be leaving the club. It's been spoken about today by a few publications, so I for one are very much looking forward to Steve Hitchen leaving Tottenham. That will be very much to my delight. But we've got 5 minutes left in the first England warm-up game. The last one will be on Sunday, 5 o'clock kickoff. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who we're playing, but who are we playing in the next game?
On Friday?
No. Sunday.
Romania.
Romania.
What a game! When does it kick off the tournament? That next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the 11th. It's the first game.
Turkey versus Italy is the first game by the looks of things. Interesting.
I can't believe after all the... I'm not even can't believe that Conte. I can't believe we're bringing in a bloody director of football at last. Finally.
See if it works.
We needed it for so long.
I'm not saying this to be trouble. I just have a weird feeling that it just doesn't work. It just seems like the structure's not in place. I felt like the whole way, like Conte and Mourinho, I felt like that one manager too early. I felt like maybe you needed someone who could have that transition period.
True, but you say that. Look at Chelsea. You went from Mourinho to Conte as well.
Yeah, but we had the structure in place.
True. I think that when you look at the Spurs squad, I think that we've got kind of basis of a good squad there, but there's just a lot of shit that needs to go.
You've got a basis of a good squad, but it's not just the squad. It's how the club is run that I feel that might cause more of a hindrance. Oh no, it's Trent's injured. Down. I've only got 3 right backs now. Shit.
Can we replace the injured player before the tournament starts?
Yeah.
By anyone or by someone that was called up in the original squad? Because it was an extended squad, wasn't it?
I think it's by anyone. Oh yeah. I know he's actually called to be subbed. That's interesting. What's he done? Calf by the looks of things. Oh yeah, he's done something to his hand.
Oh, he's pulled it there. I think he's pulled his hammies. Oh, yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Come on, Trent, lad. 87 minutes on the clock. We're closing down on the game here. Oh, what's happened here? Why does he get booked? What was that for?
No one came on, so he's allowed on.
What was that all about? What, because he didn't go off the pitch?
No, but he didn't have to go off the pitch because no one came on for him.
No, but when you stop the game and you're injured, you have to go off the pitch until called back on, right?
That's probably why he's been booked. Unless he's actually said he might have rescinded it.
Have you ever seen a ref rescind a card on the pitch?
Yeah.
When?
They do that, like a hand away. Oh no, he's not rescinded it anyway.
Oh! Austria so close to levelling up there with... You want to try that name?
I'm going to get out of here. Number 16, right? Or number 11?
It was, I'll tell you in a second. 11, yeah.
BBC still haven't got the fucking lineups. How is this website?
It's this guy.
Number 11. Okay. Michael Gregorich. Mikhail Gregorich. Ski. No,
Could be. I'll give it a go. It's Michael. Michael.
What? Michael.
Michael Gregorich.
Yeah, oh shit, the chair's going round. Oh, bollocks. Fuck, Jesus.
If you break that chair, Simeon won't be happy with you.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Sim.
Should be.
I'm scared of Rob.
30 seconds left of the 90. Austria really pushing for this equaliser. Austria in the tournament?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, they are. Mate, this is what I mean. If people think England are going to compete, I know this isn't our first team, but we should be blitzing a side like Austria. Maybe not blitzing, but not being
England
in a position
don't blitz
where
anyone except for San Marino and Panama.
Yeah.
I hate these people that are like, oh, England was so good at the World Cup.
England was solid. We were solid.
Bollocks, though.
We weren't anything special. We were just good.
Whenever we came up against a half-decent team, we struggled. Colombia. You know, a team of our level should be beating Colombia in 90. Not taking it to penalties, you know what I mean? All right, we shouldn't be battering them on our right side, but, you know, we should be beating them. Croatia, we should be beating them. All right, fair enough, we did the job against Sweden. But, you know, we played against Algeria. We just about beat them in the last minute, you know?
That was poor, wasn't it? Okay,
And Trent is not happy.
I think
Trent goes off. Do you think he's going to be pulled out?
Depends on the extent of the injury. I think you'd have to hear what the news is surrounding that first. But
Let's say it's a normal hamstring, like 2-3 weeks. Do you think they'll keep him?
I'd take him out. It's a waste of space.
Mm.
It's 3 weeks of a 4
Who'd you bring in? I'd bring in Godfrey.
Yeah, I'd bring in Godfrey. You can play him at left back.
Mm. The thing is, I even prefer Godfrey as a centre back to Cody and Mings. I think Godfrey, he's shown quality this season.
He's been a good player.
He's fast, he's physical. He's a good defender, you know?
So how many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 men behind the ball. Wow, okay.
Defending for our lives in this friendly against Austria. 3 minutes have added on time. We are 1.5 minutes
What
into
the
it.
fuck have you
and
done
Austria!
there, Pickford?
Oh, and it's saved off the line!
Christ.
Saved off
That
the
is
line!
why he shouldn't start for fucking England.
Who saved that? Was it Ben White off the line?
Pickford's...
And Pickford has done his shoulder. Pickford has done his shoulder here. Pickford is holding his shoulder, and literally England are crumbling here. Players are going down left, right, and centre. Trent Alexander-Arnold has gone off injured. Now Jordan Pickford is injured.
Look at their hands.
Oh,
that's bad. He's done.
He could have jarred his shoulder there.
I think he has.
Yeah, he's done his shoulder.
Ben White off the line. Fair play.
It looks, well, this could be a recipe for disaster, this game. Trent Alexander-Arnold going off injured. We don't know what extent.
Eagles, mate. You don't celebrate someone being injured. That's bang out of order.
Who was?
One of the guys in the comments.
Looks
okay now.
And yeah, Jordan Pickford looks all right.
I think Ben Godfrey's now gone off as well.
Full-time score in Germany. It is 1-1. Germany 1, Denmark 1. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg playing 68 minutes of that game. Full-time in the Netherlands as well, as it is 2-2 against Scotland. Memphis Depay scoring 2 goals for Netherlands, and Henry and Nisbet scoring for Scotland. And we've got Wales, who are 3-0 down to France at the moment, with goals from Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, and Ousmane Dembele.
That's a good counter. Go on. There's no one there. Can't do anything about that. Oh, that was lazy. That was lazy. That was lazy. Here we go. Watch him play it wide. Force him wide. Force him wide. There you go.
Sabitzer here on the flank. Oh! When the header just goes wide, it's a goal kick to England. And that should see us through to full time.
That's it.
And that is full time. England have won their first warm-up game for the Euros, 1-0 against Austria. I mean, if we're going to take this as a barometer of how we're going to play in the Euros, it does not look good. But what you can say is that it wasn't our first team out there.
It wasn't our first team, but...
And a lot of players on the pitch there are not even going to the Euros.
I mean, to be fair, starting in that team, you had Trent, who's a potential starter.
Yeah.
You had Pickford, who is the starter.
Yeah.
You had Bellingham, who's a potential starter.
Bellingham won't start.
He's in and around it. There, you've
Rice,
Harry Kane, started,
Grealish.
There is a lot of players there which potentially could start, and we didn't do the business.
But you got the centre backs, Cody and Mings. You probably say they won't play. You got Trippier at left back. He probably won't play at left back. And you've got Saka and Lingard, who both won't start either. So it's still a fair amount of players there.
There's a fair amount, but I mean, it's still at the same time you had 3 or 4 there, maybe 5, which is half a team, which would start and didn't deliver.
But it's... See you later, Jake. Nice one.
Nice to meet you, mate.
It's all about, as a unit, as a team, as a cohesion, and that's not adding to the rhythm there, because it's not the same team that's going to play in the Euros. And in the warm-up game, surely you want to try and get that rhythm going.
I agree, but I somehow don't think that Gareth Southgate thinks like that. I think he just wants to play the teams, make sure they can, get some minutes in players, maybe have a look at some players.
This isn't a testimonial for players that aren't in the Euros. You know what I mean? It's a disgrace, to be honest. It's a disgrace. You've got to have the vision of the long-term goal here, and that is getting far in the Euros. You know what I mean? Not just giving minutes to Jesse Lingard, Ben White, Ben Godfrey. You know what I mean? These players.
That's true. Maybe he's looking at those players, though, to see if they would be someone who could...
What, play in the World Cup?
Still, no, maybe someone who could step in for injured players.
True.
Maybe
yeah.
Jesse Lingard, not Jesse Lingard, Trent. It'd be interesting to see how he goes down with that and what the situation is there. But honestly, for me... it's watching England and international friendly. I'm not expecting anything, but that has alarm bells ringing for me. I'm not fully convinced. I don't think the team is, stepping up to the plate as well as it could, and it might just be me being unnecessarily aggravated. But 9 times out of 10, it's just my gut instincts kind of do prevail, and I'm looking at this and I'm just not convinced at all.
All right, so there you have it. England 1, Austria 0 in the first build-up game for Euro 2020. It was a pleasure to be on screen with Louis Beneventi once again. And once again, welcome back. And hopefully we'll be seeing you a lot more over the Euros.
Definitely. I'll be up and about.
Awesome. Well, if you want to see more of Louis, let us know in the comment section below, because we won't even listen to you because we're going to see him anyway. But look,
I work here, so yes, you'll be seeing a lot of me.
But everyone, thanks a lot for joining. Thanks for the super chats, the viewers. You are the guys that make this happen. So thank you everyone for joining. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.